go. You ready?
Yes.
When did you start?
Just then.
All right, put it down so you can. Oh,
wait.
Steady. There you go. Lean it up where you can see now, and zoom out where it's not too good, but zoom in where it's real good. You watching now, Dobser? You got Dobser watching, Presley? She got her notes ready? All right, here we go. Making predictions. Well, what is a prediction?
A guess.
A guess. What else?
Guesstimate accuracy.
Okay.
Guess about something that's going to happen.
Something's going to happen. Have we already done something like that?
Yes. Proportion. Probability.
Probability. What will probably happen? If you're predicting something, you are guessing what will probably happen. So I'm guessing these two kind of go hand in hand together. What y'all think? Now, when we do predictions, we are finding out what will probably happen. Our government and big corporations and just regular old magazines and things like that, they take surveys to make decisions about certain things. Whether our government needs to do this or not do this, or whether the company's product is good or not, or the magazine may survey the kids to see how many like Axe deodorant and all that stuff. What is a survey?
Table.
What is a survey?
Something you take.
A table. Notes.
What's a survey?
A data
Oh, what?
collector.
A data collection. Questions are asked and data is collected, right? So it's a method of collecting data. And data is info, right? Information. And what they do is they take a survey and they try to figure out, do people like this? What do people like? It's this or it's that. Now, when they take a survey, for instance, if they do a survey of Texans' feelings about Governor Perry, are they going to ask every person that lives in the state of Texas?
No.
No, they could never do that. What do? They survey a group of people, right? And then try to predict if this group loves, most of them just love Governor Perry. Then they predict, then in the whole state, almost all the people like Governor Perry. They make a prediction. They say probably the whole state of Texas likes Governor Perry due to what they found in the small group. So, that gives us our other two definitions here. A population is the group being asked the question, and they're making the decision, for instance, in our example, they're making the decision on the whole state of Texas, so the population there is the whole state of Texas. The problem is they cannot ask the whole bunch, so they do a sample. Smaller group from pop. What's pop? Population. Smaller group from the population that is actually asked the survey question. I'm not going to write that, but just the smaller group from the population that's actually asked the question. Of course, this sounds like government right now because we're talking about surveys and all that, but it is mathematical. because y'all said predictions were like what?
Probability.
Probability. What will probably happen. So, if we say that a prediction is a probability, what did we say Monday, or how did we do Monday where we learned about probabilities? What did we do, y'all? We did a fraction, did we not?
Yes.
And what did we put in this fraction?
Choices.
On top.
On top?
Is
Choice.
have numbers equal as
Number of
things first. We have
Oh, how quick we forget. Anybody want to say it?
number of things we want to happen.
It's the number of things we want to happen is on top. Isn't that right? We would win the $500 if we got a green marble out of the bag. So we count how many green marbles are in the bag? 2. And put it on top. What did we put on the bottom?
Number of things that could happen.
Total things. I'm going to shorten it a little bit. Is that all right, Brad? Total things. And so on our thing back there, we said 2's on top. How many marbles were in the bag? 10. And so we put the 10 on the bottom. So if a prediction is like a probability, sounds like I'm going to be doing the same thing I did on Monday. Right? But remember, we are also looking at mathematical problems that come from surveys, which means there's going to be a big population. I want to predict how many in that population will make the decision. So I've got to also know that part of making predictions and setting up as a probability, I also have to remember proportions. Predictions are proportional. Now, 2 weeks ago when we did proportions, what did we do?
Put a fraction.
Fraction? Equal fraction. Sister Eggles said equivalent fractions. Proportional or proportions means a fraction equals another fraction. If I remember correctly, when we solved proportions, we had blah, blah, and x over blah, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
And the x was a missing part. And how did we find that missing part?
PhD.
P, H, D. Play, how, did. You watching the time there, brother? 14:30.
8:48.
Hey, oh, we got plenty of time. Good job, dude. So, it still sounds like to me, Holden, that you're listening to me, not him, because you need to watch this so you don't get lost in pop quiz and stuff. Sounds like to me, we've already done this. Sounds like to me, we've already done that.
We're just calling it something new.
We're calling it something new. We are using the mathematical processes we've learned the last 2 weeks and this week and predicting some things from surveys. We're going to set up fractions and we're going to set up proportions and do our work today. So is today's work new math work?
No.
No. It just looks different and it's coming from a story a little bit differently. It's still the same work we've done. We're learning no new math concepts today. It's something we've already done. So we go to our first example up there, tick, and what we got?
What is the probability that a student got a pepperoni pizza?
What is the probability that a student got a pepperoni pizza? That sounds exactly like Monday's work. The only problem is there's no numbers in my story.
There's a survey.
There's a survey board, a chart, a table that shows the result of a
survey.
Probability.
survey. So, let's find the key words up here we're talking about. What are we talking about?
Probability.
Probability.
Pepperoni.
Probability, fraction bar.
Pepperoni.
Now, the other thing is we're checking out
Pepperoni.
pepperoni. And remember our probability ratio fraction looking thing? The things we want. According to my story, we want
Pepperoni.
pepperoni. No numbers in the story.
Letters to represent.
No numbers in the story. Go to the chart. Pepperoni.
Words that lead you to.
17 goes on top.
Now total.
What goes on the bottom of our probability ratio?
22.
Total.
22.
I don't have a total.
You just add them all. Add them.
Oh, add them up and I'll get a total. 7 plus 8.
15.
15 plus 3. 18 plus 4.
22.
2. Carry my 2. 2 and 1.
3.
So my total is 32. Simplify.
No.
So the probability of a student picking pepperoni in this survey is 17 out of 32. Everybody with me on that? (17 out of 32). Now, continuing in the same survey question over here. Alrighty, you ready? Christy, your friend, what's our next question?
If there are 320 students at the school, predict how many would prefer pepperoni.
Uh-oh, what do we see now?
320.
320 students, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, predict how many pepperonis.
Proportion.
That sounds like a lot of information's needed.
Proportion.
Proportional information, right? This 320, is that our pepperoni people?
Yes. Yes. No.
That's just total.
That is the whole
Total.
population. We're not going to ask every student as they come in the cafeteria, you want pepperoni? You want pepperoni? You want pepperoni? No. I'm going to use my sample group and make a prediction what all the students would do. What was my sample group?
32.
You said it backwards.
17.
My sample group is just 32 people. And they said 17 of them, out of them, liked pepperoni. The 32 was the total of the sample group, right? And if we're doing a proportion, that means I need another one. Well, I need some more numbers.
320. 320.
I need some more numbers.
320 on
The only thing I know is 320, and y'all said that's pepperoni? No, that's that's the population total coming to the cafeteria. So that goes down with the total. And I'm looking for
Play how did.
the pepperoni, aren't I?
PhD.
Now we PhD like we learned 2 weeks ago.
seconds.
How did 32 times
Times 10.
get to 320? Times 10. Go times 10 here.
170.
So we can predict 170 students.
We have 10 seconds.
Kill it.